Samson and Delilah. After Moses' successor, Joshua, passed away, he was followed by a series of Jewish leaders known as the Judges. The story of Samson is recorded in the book of Judges, chapter 13, verse 16. He was an extraordinary individual, known for his immense strength and his dedication to the Israelite people. He was good-natured, sarcastic, full of humor, and fought with his wits as well as with his fists. Delilah, mentioned in the story, was presumably a Philistine, though that is not explicitly stated. She was quite a remarkable woman, a woman to be respected for some qualities, that of beauty, personal charm, mental ability, self-command. One day, Samson ventured into the Philistine city of Gaza, where Delilah saw him for the first time. She had heard of Samson's legendary strength and was determined to uncover the secret behind it. The Philistine rulers, who despised Samson for his continuous victories against them, promised Delilah a handsome reward if she could discover the source of his strength. Delilah began to seduce Samson, charming him with her beauty and persuading him to reveal the secret of his strength. Every day, Delilah would torment her husband, trying to lure his secret from him.
"If you bind me with 7 moist ropes, then my strength will dissipate."
Delilah attempts to bind Samson with the bowstrings, but he effortlessly breaks free. Delilah confronts Samson once again and asks about his secret.
"If you weave my hair into the fabric on a loom, I will lose my strength."
Delilah weaves his hair into the loom. But once again, Samson easily breaks free. Delilah, increasingly desperate, confronts Samson, determined to discover his secret.
"You mock me, Samson. Tell me the truth, or our love is a lie."
Samson, blinded by love and desire, succumbed to her pleas. He told Delilah that his strength derived from his uncut hair, which had never been touched by a razor. If his hair were ever cut, he would lose his mighty power. Delilah eagerly shared this information with the Philistine rulers, who saw an opportunity to finally defeat Samson. They devised a plan to capture him while he was asleep and subdue him by cutting his hair. Delilah was to be the one to carry out the treacherous act. One night, as Samson slept soundly in Delilah's arms, she called upon a servant to cut his hair. The Philistine soldiers, waiting and hiding, came inside and cut his hair. Samson jumped up, prepared to defend himself, but the divine strength he had possessed had departed from him, and the men who lay in wait easily overcame him. The heartless Philistines gouged out his eyes and led him to Gaza in chains. News of Samson's capture spread throughout the land, and the Israelites mourned the loss of their mighty hero. Gathered in the great hall in Gaza, the Philistines made a great feast to celebrate their victory over Samson. They sang and danced and gave thanks to their gods for delivering him into their hands. Then they sent for the blind Samson to entertain them. Tormented and cruelly humiliated, he could not bear their rude jests and idol worship. Turning to his guide, he said,
"Lead me to the pillars, so that I may lean upon them and rest for a minute."
The boy obeyed. Standing between 2 massive pillars that supported the temple, Samson prayed to God for one final act of strength to avenge his people and himself. Summoning every ounce of power within him, Samson pushed against the pillars. This caused the entire structure to crumble. The temple collapsed, and everyone inside, including Samson and the Philistine rulers, perished in the rubble. Through his sacrifice, Samson had brought down his enemies, leaving the Israelites free from the Philistine oppression. The story of Samson and Delilah serves as a cautionary tale, warning against the perils of succumbing to temptation and betrayal. It also illustrates the power of faith and the consequences of one's actions.
Christian Family TV is made possible by your generosity. Because of your donation today, we were able to create more than 200 plus wonderful stories on saints, stories of faith, and many other interesting videos to teach our kids. Yes, you are making a difference. We could not do what we do without you. We want to remind you again to take a Patreon subscription. It only costs $2 to start with, or make a one-time donation starting at $5. This will help us continue making these videos. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May He smile on you and be gracious to you. Thank you, and God bless you.